If you could control your golf ball just a little bit more, you'd be that much closer to shooting lower scores, having more fun on the course, and you would be ahead of 90% of golfers. The low shot, the high shot, the draw, and the fade are a lot easier to hit on command than you might think. Let me walk you through them. The first shot I'm going to show you is the low shot. You just have to remember these three things. I'm using a 6-iron for all of these shots. This is the new Mizuno GPX 925 Hot Metal in black. And with ball position, you want your ball position straight in the middle. If you're having troubles finding middle, put your club down so you get kind of that visual aid, and you can make sure your ball is in the middle of your stance. With ball position, it's really good to have it at least middle of your stance, maybe a little bit further back, because that's going to help us with step number 2, which is de-lofting our club or having forward shaft lean. If this is no shaft lean, this is forward shaft lean. I want you to start your takeaway with this much shaft lean, and this is also what impact looks like. With your golf club, as you add loft, it goes higher. As you de-loft, it goes lower. So we're middle of our stance, step 1, de-lofting or forward press, shaft lean, step 2. Step 3 is a short follow through. We don't want that big wind up, big follow through. I want you to get to the ball and stop, okay? So if we put all three of those things together, we're middle of our stance, we get our forward shaft lean, and then a short follow through. Look at that, 1 for 1, went right where we wanted. One bonus tip in hitting a low shot is obviously you want to get it to your target. When you start learning a low shot, it might be hard to have the ball end at your target. So a bonus tip on hitting a low shot where you want is once you're set up, I like to obviously see my far target, if it's 150 yards away, and then I'm gonna pick a target 6 to 8 feet in front of my ball. All I'm focusing on is hitting that ball over that immediate target. A blade of grass, a divot, an old tee. I'm lining up my long target with my short target. Now all I have to think about is hitting the ball 6 feet in front of me. Using those 3 tips, you got a low shot. So why do we want to hit a low shot? A low shot is perfect when we're into the wind. I'm sure you've been on the golf course, you've had 150 yards into the wind, you hit your 150 and you fall 30 yards short. We really need to get the ball under the wind to get more distance, more control, and you don't have those big ballooners falling out and you're 50 yards short of your target. Now these are 3 ways how to hit the ball higher. This is the high shot. We're doing a lot of the opposite of the low shot. Where in the low shot, we were middle back of our stance. Now we can actually put the ball further up in our stance. With a 6-iron, you want it maybe halfway between the middle of your stance and your front foot. If you really want to get this airborne, you could get it much closer to your front foot. So step 1 is just moving the ball further up in your stance. To hit the ball high, we need a good amount of speed. When you have the loft of a golf club and speed, the ball is gonna go in the air. In our low shot, you could get by hitting it 70%, 80% power, but with our high shot, we definitely wanna swing pretty fast. We're looking for 90 to 100% power. And the third step is that high follow through or high hands. When we were hitting it low, we had that abbreviated follow through, that stop right here. With that high shot, we want to get our hands really high in the finish. We got ball position way up in our stance. We're going to swing fast and follow through high. Now, if any of this is clicking for you, you can get my entire playbook, how to break 100, 90, and 80 at the New 9 Golf School. I've helped thousands of golfers shoot lower scores, lower their handicap by very short, easy to follow videos. I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can check out the New 9 Golf School. Now we're gonna start working the ball. We're gonna hit the draw and the fade. I have a lot of people that say, Brandon, how do I stop slicing? The best way to stop slicing is to learn how to hit the draw. So these are the 3 steps you need how to hit the draw. The first step is just understanding that the club path for a draw is inside to out. Okay, so that's the first step. Just understand the club has to go, if you're right-handed, from the inside of your body out to the right. Okay, that's the first thing you need to understand. The second thing you gotta do is aim right of your target. If the ball is gonna start to the right and come back, we're gonna take a dead aim at our target and we're gonna aim just a little bit further to the right, or we're closing our stance, okay? The third thing I can do is just close my club face just a tiny bit. If that's square, I'm gonna close it a little bit, hit from the inside, you gotta draw. If you have trouble with that big slice, if that big slice is your miss, really work on trying to hit the draw, because that's the best way to cure that big nasty slice. Now, if you're a hooker of the golf ball and you're always hitting it right to left, let's learn to hit it left to right. We basically have to do everything backwards of the draw. In the draw, if we're going from in to out, guess where we're going on a fade or a cut shot? That's right, out to in. If we're setting up to the ball, the club path is out, outside, and cutting. That's where the name comes from. We're cutting across the ball. So step number one is just understanding out to in. If you remember in the draw where we aimed right for the right-handed golfers, for the cut or the fade, we're gonna aim left, okay? One of my favorite ways to hit a cut is to line up square to my target, open my stance, and just swing to my target line. I find your body will naturally get the ball starting left to right. If you find that you are still turning the ball over, you might still be hitting a bit of a hook, just open up the face a little bit. So we'll try it both ways. We'll start square at our target. We're gonna open our stance. I'm gonna turn my shoulders, hips, and feet to the left of my target. And let's start just swinging square at my target, that blue stake. And just like that, we have a nice little baby cut. Let's see if I can move it even more if I just open my club face. And we're just opening it just like a couple degrees, maybe 2 degrees max. We're not going like this. It's gonna be hard to make contact. We still need it relatively square to make good contact, and we're just opening it. We're turning that handle just a little bit to the right. So if we're not seeing much fade, we're setting up square, we're opening up, and then we'll open the face just a little bit. And just like that, you have an even bigger fade. Hopefully you guys have 4 new shots in the bag. I can't wait to hear who's shooting lower scores. And if you want to check out the new 9 Golf School, check out the link in the description of this video. Thanks again for watching. We'll check in with you guys next time.